Hello and welcome to Crazy Town. It's been a crazy month at my house. I've gotten a lot more done than I thought that I had, but not as much done as I had hoped to accomplish. So today I will show you my whips, some finishes, some FFOs. We'll talk a little bit about my recent tutorials and some giveaways, and we'll get into I've kind of been on a little buying spree, which is not normal for me. I usually just stitch from my stash, but not this month. So we'll have a little bit of haul, and then maybe I'll talk a little bit about my plans for the rest of the year. So let's go ahead and start with my whips. My first one, if you remember, I'm working on Save the Bees, and this is by Lila's Studio. And last time you saw this, I believe, it's getting big, I had worked all of this, and I had finished this and started on the border. So this month I finished these two, worked across the border, and started working down on one side. I'd hoped to get a lot more done on this. If you remember, this is going to be a housewarming gift for my middle child, and so this will be a huge focus on this piece the remainder of the month to get it completed. We did go purchase a frame for it, and she helped me pick that out, so I can't wait to get it finished. I do love it. One thing that I think that I have forgotten to mention previous, I'm using the DMC conversions for this pattern, but I'm using DMC 3799 here on all the what appears to be black rather than the 310. I just thought the 310 was too stark, and I wanted something a bit more muted. Okay, so we have that. And then the next whip that I really tried to focus on this month is called Monster and a Forest Grew. And I believe the last time you saw it, I'll hold it up better in a moment, I was somewhere around here. So basically I've completed all of this on this side. I went in and I filled in all the leaves on the large tree where I have the large tree so far. So this thing is ginormous. I really missed working on this. I absolutely love working on this piece. Hopefully you can see it because I can't. So here we are again. We'll just move it across. And I refuse to take it off this frame, sorry, to show you, because it's just ginormous. So we have that. This is show you my very favorite tree. This one right here has been my absolute favorite tree to stitch. And then my second favorite is the little pear tree here. So I still have a ways to go. I'm one page shy of getting to the far right side. So I'm happy with my progress on that, though. Okay, let me see what we have for finishes. I did manage to finish one of my Mania starts. It's called Christmas. It's by Joyce Reed, and it comes out of the Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine. And this is my finish on that. Whoops, upside down. See, it's one of those days, obviously. Okay, here we go. This is better. And if you've watched my dyeing tutorials, you saw me spray this with the coffee and vanilla stain. And I'm pleased with the way that turned out. So I was happy to have that one done. Okay, my next finish is one that I stitched, I don't remember when, a few years ago, but I fully finished it this month. It's Stacy Nash Primitives, and it's called the True Love Sampler Bag and Pin Keep. Sorry, I should have been more prepared here. And this is what it looks like. And this is my finish of it. There's the pin keep and the back. And let me open this up. Okay. Here is the sewing bag. I just unbuttoned it for you. And the inside. And then the back is just the wool. So I'm happy to have that finally fully finished. Like I said, I had stitched it probably, I think I stitched this when I was living in England. So possibly 2012 or 13, maybe even 2011, somewhere around there. Okay, I have some more finishes from Stitch Mania. The first one that I actually finished stitching was, let's see if I can, it's called Bee, and it is from the eSubrosa blogspot.com. It was a free pattern, and it is still on her website, on her blogspot. So I finished stitching that and then fully finished it as well. And I'm very happy with the way that turned out. Then my next one, from Stitch Mania, is called Be Kind, and that is, I'm sorry, it's called We Be. And it's from Hearts and Hands. And I had finished this before, but I fully finished it this time. And then the backing fabric is just that. I added a little, I think it's a Mill Hill bead, a bead that I've had in my stash for way longer than I care to admit. So we have that one. And then the next one is called Be Simple by You and I and Friends. I think I had also finished stitching this last time. And I have a fully finished one here. And this pattern did come with these little beads. It didn't come with the fabric or the floss, but it came with the little gold beads. And that's the back. It's the first time I finished anything like this. I don't know how I feel about that. It's okay, I guess. And then I had a finish. I stitched this a year ago maybe, and this is a pattern off of Etsy from a seller called, I think it's called Woohoo Cross Stitch, but this particular pattern is no longer available. And it's this little finish. And with some bee fabric on the back. Yes, you do see a bee theme going on here. I love bees. Then my next one to show you was a new start and a finish and an FFO. This is a pattern, a free pattern from the Primitive Hair called Litha. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it. Summer Solstice. And that is her finish of it. I changed it up a little bit. I did not put the word Litha there. But I did do this. And made it into just a little bowl filler pin keep. Using some of my hand-dyed bias tape. And that's the back. This was a very quick stitch. I really enjoyed stitching this one as well. So we have that. And that's it for my fully finished, my finishes and my fully finishes. What I'll do is I will insert a video clip here of how I display those small items. And I have to apologize, my handheld filming is severely lacking, so I apologize if it makes you a little woozy from not being really stable. And the lighting in that area is, no matter what I try, I can't seem to get the lighting like I would like. So I'll put that in here. Okay, so hopefully that didn't make you too seasick. All right, so I'd like to briefly talk about the tutorials that I posted this month. If you haven't had a chance to watch those, I would appreciate if you did stop by. And on each tutorial, I have offered a giveaway. And you are more than welcome to join those giveaways, but I'll only accept entries if you comment on those particular videos. So go have a look at those. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of work, but I really enjoyed making those tutorials for you all. Okay, what's next? Oh, I got the most wonderful surprise from a fellow Instagrammer, and her name is called Flag Day Girl. Flag Day and girl is G-U-R-L. Her name is Cheryl, and just out of the blue she messaged me and said that she had something that she would like to send to me, that she had stitched it and would like to pass it on to me. And I'm just amazed at the kindness of everyone on Instagram who is a stitcher and on FlossTube. I don't know why I'm amazed, because I know that you all are wonderful people, but I don't know, it's just unlike any other group that I've ever been involved in. It's just a really good group of folks. So anyway, after she contacted me, I sent her my details, and she sent me this. One More Stitch by Little House Needleworks. And this is so appropriate, I think, for us stitchers. It's just like, okay, just let me get one more stitch, and then I'll go to bed. Nighttime, early morning, and late at night are my favorite times to stitch. But I think out of those two, nighttime, I get a lot of stitching done wee hours of the morning. So we have that. But she also, I'm assuming this came as a kit, because she said that she had leftover threads and enough to do it one more time. And she sent me those as well. They're the Classic Colorworks. See if I can get something to hold up here so maybe you can see them a bit better. Some very pretty, whoops, that one escaped. Some very pretty colors. So I'm excited to start that one. And once I do start it, I think I will be following her suit and passing on whatever I can to someone else. So thank you, Cheryl. That was so kind of you, and I really appreciate it, and I love this design. Okay. If you don't like haul, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. But if you do like to see haul, I will share with you how bad I've been this month. I've tried really hard not to drink the Kool-Aid of Death by Cross Stitch. I love that pattern. I would love to stitch that pattern. I'm trying to be good because it's huge. And I think that if I started it, I would want to just focus on that and not do any of my other projects. But someday I will stitch it. I will stitch it someday, but for now I'm trying to be good. But when I was looking at it online, you know, as you do, I was looking at other things, and I came across a pattern, another Rosewood Manor, called Antique Tin Tiles. And I had to have it. And this design is, how big is it? 140 by 300. So it's not like ginormous. It's a good size, but it's not ginormous. And the call for floss color is DMC 926. You guys are probably familiar with that color. But I've been playing around with my dies, and I like 926. I like 926 a lot, but I've just been playing a bit. Here, let me get these in here, because I think I would like just something a wee bit different. So I've done, I'll hold this up. Let's see if I can, oh, sorry. I've done some over dyeing with the 926. This is the original. And this one is, let's see, over dyed with pearl gray Rit dye. This one is over dyed. These are not showing up true to color here. This one is over dyed with pearl gray and tan Rit dye. And then this one on the end is over dyed with the walnut crystals. So I'm going to do some test stitching to see which one I like best. I don't know, right now I'm kind of leaning toward, I don't know, the pearl gray with the tan Rit dye. One thing I did want to mention, a few videos ago, I think it was during Stitch Mania, I had some questions about the Walnut Ink Crystals, and at that time the only place I could find them online was at joann's.com or Amazon. But the other day when I was shopping around on 123 Stitch, I ran across them, and they are available there. Let me see if I can find my little note here. They are available. Nope, it's disappeared. They are available for $5.99 on 123 Stitch, which is one of the better prices that I found online, unless you can use a coupon code on Joann's, then you might get it cheaper, but I don't know. Okay, so I was watching a new to me FlossTuber named Cozy Egg, and she showed a blackbird design that she was working on, and I fell in love with that, and I tried to resist. I really, really, really tried, but I wasn't successful. So I have the first 3 patterns here today. I have 5 more on their way, and then I'll get the additional 2, no, the additional 4 this month sometime. But this is an older design. I don't know where I've been that I have not seen this before. I don't know, but it's the Anniversaries of the Heart series. So I have Snow Garden, Wish for You is, oh, that's the 3rd one. The second one is, oh, I don't have the second one here yet. This is the 3rd one, Wish for You. And the 4th one, Pink Hill Manor. Go look at Cozy Eggs. It's beautiful. She's stitching them all on one piece of fabric. And what I really, really, I think, like about this, and what drew me to want these, is each pattern, you personalize it to an important date or event or person in your life. And I can't wait. I cannot wait. So I went ahead. I have some of the fibers in my stash, but I went ahead and I've already kitted up what is needed for the first one, the Snow Garden. And I'm going to go ahead and stitch it on a single piece of fabric. So, of course, I felt like I needed new fabric. So I went online, and on Etsy I ordered some pieces from Hand Dyed Fibers. And I'm not gonna, you know, I'm boring. I just like basic colors. So these are the 3 colors that I got. I think 2 of them are in 40 count and 1 is in 36 count. The darker one here is Zebra Dove. The other 40 count is called Jackalope. And the 36 count is called Earth and Stars. And they all have a little bit of modeling in them. Of course, I might add more, we'll see. And of course, I always drink the Kool-Aid on the special issues. You've all seen this one. The one in here that I'm really anxious to stitch. See if I can find it. It's the sampler. I don't know. Oh, here we go. Potions, Brews, and Spells. And this design is by Louise Henderson of Cherished Stitches. So that's probably going to be the first one that I stitch out of this issue. I like that. And then one final thing from my haul. I ran across this in a local thrift store, and I never find anything in thrift stores, so I was just like, okay, it's mine. And it was 25 cents. And as you could tell by my display, I love sunflowers and I love bees, especially this time of year. Sunflowers, I planted them as a child, and they just bring back such a wonderful childhood memories to me. So when I saw this, it's by Hindsight. And it's called, does it have a name? Sunflower. And like I said, it was 25 cents. I couldn't pass it up. And that will be a thrift store that I frequent often, because they did have some other cross-stitch books. They just weren't things that I was interested in. Okay, so I have all these new things to play with that I really want to start. Not to mention all the things from my stash that I've pulled out and have a separate pile of I want to stitch soon. But I had a good, long, hard look at my whips. And I made a list. And I have not as many as I thought I did, but I have 30 whips. And if you remember, I had 33 new starts for Stitch Mania. So when I look at it in that way, gosh, 30 doesn't seem like a lot, because I had 33 new starts in May, and this is only August. And so that makes me feel a little bit better. And the fact that I counted up my finishes for this year, and I have 24 finishes already this year. So that made me feel better too. But I have decided that before I can start anything else, I am going to make myself finish 5 whips. And I think that's not too much to make myself do. I hope I can stick to my rules. But no, out of my 30 whips, to be fair, I think probably, what did I count? There are 4 that are really inactive, that I don't know that I will really ever finish. But I don't want to get rid of them just in case. So then that would bring it down to actually 26 active whips. Oh, and of the 30, 16 of those are from Stitch Mania. So I don't know, I'm trying to convince myself not to start anything else new until I get some of these completed. Not that there's anything wrong with having this many, it's just when I start something, I do typically like to finish it. I like to have the finished pieces. Whether I FFO them or not, I like to know that they're there and I can FFO them. So yeah, that's my plan. That is my plan. I'm going to make myself finish 5 whips before I can start something new. And I don't know what that start will be. It might be my gift of one more stitch, or it might be Blackbird Designs. We'll see. I also plan, obviously, to carry on with Save the Bees. I need to get that done. I really, really need to get that done. And I want to continue on with And a Forest Grew. I did work a little bit this last month on my Heaven and Earth, A Real Snow Job by Jane Worcester Scott, but again, not enough to really show progress. So those are my plans. I've been very easily distracted lately, and I started looking at my journal, and look how fat and full it's gotten. And I've been thinking, okay, I'm running out of space in this. I'm going to try to make it last through 2016 so I can have 2016 all in one book. But I think what I'm going to do for 2017, you know, I love my Midori for my personal journaling. And I think I'm going to use a Midori style journal for my cross stitch. And maybe I'll make a video on that later on. But part of the problem why this is getting so full is not only does it have all in one the list of my whips and my finishes, but it has all my other things, my wish list, my good things to remember, things to make, like Trisha the Left-Handed Stitcher's Grime Guard tutorial measurements, that type of thing. So I think what I want to do with the Midori style is make separate books for those kind of things, and that way I can move those from year to year into the current year's journal, and I don't have to keep reworking that. The only thing that will change with the Midori style is the insert that has my current whips and finishes. Does that make sense? I don't know, I just think I like that better than having to reference back, you know, in 2018, do I want to reference back to my 2016 journal to see, you know, my to make section or my wish list section. So yeah. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I've just been overwhelmed with your kindness, especially this last month. I made a lot of videos, and I thought you guys would get just so sick of me seeing my face. I got sick of seeing my face. By the time I did it, I edited it, I did the editing, and then watched it to make sure that everything was okay. I was like, I don't want to see that face anymore. But you guys have been so kind, and I thank you for that. I hope you continue to enjoy my videos. I enjoy making them, and I enjoy watching all your videos. I always love seeing what you are stitching, and I can always learn something new. So thank you for that, and thank you for watching. Sorry for the reach. Thank you for watching today, and I will hopefully be back the beginning of September for my August update. If not before then, I will be back to do my giveaway results. That happens on the 8th of August. Then work starts back officially on the 16th of August, but I have to go in for a couple of days for meetings prior to that. So it's a short stitching month. So anyway, I'm rambling. It's time to go. Get out of this crazy town. Thank you all. I will see you again soon. Bye for now.